Welcome back to Calvin's Got Game. Today I'm finishing up my top 100 games of all time. I finally hit 10 to number 1. Guys, I'm going to skip all the subscribe nonsense and just get going because the more I like these games, the longer I talk about them, makes the video longer. So let's go ahead and get started with my number 10. Number 10, people might gasp when they hear this because they think it should be probably my number 1. And my number 10 is Betrayal at House on the Hill. Guys, I absolutely love Betrayal at House on the Hill. It's the board game that got me back into board gaming. After about 10 years, I was still playing board games, mostly the store-bought, the mass market games. But this one got me more into, I want to call them designer games or modern board gaming, whatever you want to call it. So that game got me back into the hobby, which I love. Now, in Betrayal at House on the Hill, you're a group of people that come to this house. You're all kinds of ages, from little kids to adults and older people. You're going through this house, don't know why you were summoned there, don't know what's going on, but you're there exploring this old horrifying mansion, right? This betrayal, this house. And as you explore, the house gets bigger, and you make these haunt rolls because you get omens that happen, and bloody walls may happen in these rooms, and you'll have charred rooms and all kinds of things, traps and a basement, and you can't get out of the basement until you find the stairs to the elevator. So the game is so different each time you play it. Here's the better thing, is that after you make the haunt roll, somebody will become the betrayer most of the time. There may be a couple where you're cooperatively going through and doing it, but most of the time there is a traitor among you, and you'll find out the reason you were brought to the house, either to be part of a certain ritual or to just help get a bride to marry a ghost or something. It's all kinds of things. But this game has 50 different endings all by itself at Betrayal at House on the Hill. So you probably won't play the same ending twice. You can, but you can always pick a different one. Now, I don't. I always play this. I'll play the same ending again. It doesn't bother me because different people, different rooms, different things happening, it plays out differently. Now, if you get the expansion Widow's Walk, you got 50 more endings. Guys, I love this game. That's why it's my number 10, Betrayal at House on the Hill. Number 9 is Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. Gloomhaven was a lot lower on my list, the big box game, because it's so hard to get to the table. So many pieces, so many things. It's time consuming. Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, a little bit smaller in bite-sized pieces to where you can get it and you can bring people into the Gloomhaven universe. I find Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion a great game. It's fun. It still has all the mechanics that I love from Gloomhaven, where you play a card for the top and the bottom. One card for the top, one card for the bottom. You perform the actions. You're killing things, moving forward, progressing through, getting treasures, getting gold, and accomplishing missions. Guys, I really enjoy this game. You set out a map, and what's really great, instead of having all those map tiles everywhere like you do in Gloomhaven, and the box has to be so big, they made it a book. So everything's in this book, and you just turn pages to the scenario in the book. Fantastic idea. I love Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion. That's why it's my number 9. Number 8. Number 8 is Everdale. Everdale is just a charming, beautiful, fun, family, putting out critters game. In this game, you're building a city. I think it's 15 cards. Some of them don't count in your city. Some cards that you get, like the Wanderer, the husband compared with the wife, so they only count as one. The Wanderer doesn't count in your village. He's just kind of wandering. So there's a lot you can do in this game. Your goal is to score the most amount of points at the end of the game, of course. But you're putting out these little cute wooden meeples of, I think there's a rabbit, there's mice, a turtle, which is my favorite, and some kind of like a porcupine or something. Great little components. They have little stones, logs, berries, and resin that you use these items to buy things from the meadow to put in your town. The good thing is that if you buy a place, say you buy the library or the post office, then at the bottom of the card it shows you what you compare it with, but you can get it for free if you have the post office. It doesn't cost you anything. So you would get the pigeon for the post office for free, and you can add him to your village. And all these things give you certain abilities once you get these cards. Guys, Everdale is really nice. Not to mention it has this big tree on the board that you put these cards up there that you can get extra bonuses for, and you put some workers up there because each season you're going to get another worker. And I could be in one season, someone else can be ahead of me in another season, and that's okay. The game's still going to end at a certain point. You can only put 15 cards in your city. Once you get 15 cards, if you have nowhere to put anything else, you're just basically getting resources or trying to get some of those bonus areas. You got a bonus on one end of the board where if you give up so many cards, you get so many points. You got others if you have certain types of people or cards in your city, you get those. And then you got certain people together, you can get some other bonuses. The game is just fantastic. It's a great family weight game. I love the game. I haven't gotten any of the expansions. I hope to, but I love Everdale. That's why it's my number 8. Number 7 is Arkham Horror, the card game. Arkham Horror, the card game, living card game. Guys, I'm trying not to go down the rabbit hole so hard on the living card game, but I have bought some of the expansions. I enjoy the game a lot. I don't like the idea of having to buy 2 boxes if you're going to get more than 2 people to play it, or 1. So that kind of bothers me. But the game is so good in thematic and theme. It immerses you in this world of Arkham Horror. I enjoy it very much. I love the card play. I like comboing cards. I like, fighting off the monsters, trying to take care of those folks and pulling, not rolling any dice. You're pulling stuff out of a bag, and it'll either help you or hurt you on your total points for defeating this thing. It's a great concept. The game is dripping in theme. I really love the storyline of the game. I enjoyed it a lot. That's why Arkham Horror, the living card game, is my number 7. Number 6 is Near and Far. Near and Far is a great game. I do like Above and Below a lot, but Near and Far has been really creeping up for me. I used to say Above and Below is my favorite Ryan Lockett game, but I think Near and Far is giving it a challenge there. That's why it's on number 6, and Above and Below was a little lower. But Near and Far is a fantastic game. You are going out. It's got a book that you open, and there's a map on there, and you have this main town that you start in, and you can gain resources up there and things, and then you go out exploring. And you have a storybook. It is such an interesting game. I like the game a lot. There's you can get an ostrich or a pack turtle, something, one or the other, and you can carry more objects. You can move around a little faster with certain things. I just enjoy this game a lot. Near and Far, I haven't even explored all of it yet, but there's a campaign mode. There's a mode where you can take one character and go through the whole deal for that one character, and it just makes for an interesting game. There's about 3 different ways to play it. Maybe 3, about 3 different ways. There's a regular game mode. There's a arcade mode where you're not reading the storybook, you're using the cards, some cards that tell you the stories. And then the campaign mode where you're taking your character and going through a whole campaign, which I haven't done yet. I'm looking forward to it. Near and Far, an awesome game. If you haven't played it, you might want to get it to the table. That's my number 6. Number 5 is a game that'll play a lot of people. It does have a trader element in it, and I love those kind of games. It's Shadows over Camelot. Shadows over Camelot's an older game. Love this game a lot. You're trying to be King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, going out and rescuing Excalibur and the armor. Is it Sir Lancelot's armor? Somebody's armor. And also trying to get the Holy Grail. This game is about basically poker hands defeating certain things, the pikemen and the other folks. I can't remember what they're called. But you're defeating these things, you're going out, but somewhere in there is a traitor. The great thing about this game is you get to do something bad on your turn and do something good. You have to. There's no way around it. You do something bad, you do something good. Now, if you're the trader, that works out great for you. You can just do something bad, and it's really harmful. But if you do, you can say, well, look, I don't have any other choice. If I play this other card or I do this other thing, it's gonna take us out. We'll lose the game. So there's a way for the trader to be hidden, to continue to be hidden. Love this game a lot. Shadows over Camelot. Every time I play it, I have a great time. I think most people that I play it with enjoy it. So Shadows over Camelot is my number 5. My number 4 also has a trader aspect, and it's called Dark Moon. Dark Moon is said to be Battlestar Galactica Light. It was actually put out on, I believe, I hear the story about it. It was put out on BGG as a print and play or something like that for Battlestar Galactica Light. Somebody picked it up, turned it into Dark Moon. Guys, this game is fabulous. You're out in a spaceship trying to get things up and running so you can get back, but there's a trader on board. The cool thing about this game is you're rolling dice behind a screen, and you can place out whatever dice you want, and you don't have to put out a positive dice to help people. You can put out a negative one and say, look, guys, all I rolled was negative. They don't know. So you could be the trader in this game and hide pretty well. Now, don't make the mistake as I did and misread my card and thought I was the trader. And so I was trying to screw everybody over, and I wasn't even the trader. And the person that was the trader was going like, I don't know why they're doing that, but I'm going to go along with it, right? And so, make sure you read the cards because you could mess up a game pretty fast. The game's not built for 2 traders. So I do enjoy Dark Moon. It is so fun. You're trying to keep all these systems up, and you're rolling dice to accomplish certain things that come through every day on this little printer. And the little cards look like printer. It has like that, the paper that has the holes on each side of it. I don't know what it's called, but anyway. I'm sounding, what's that sound again? So it's that old printer, the zzz. Yeah. All right. Enough of my printer noises. But the game is so fun. Dark Moon, if you haven't played it, find somebody who owns a copy. Man, let them teach you how to play the game. It is so fun. Dark Moon is my number 4. Number 3, Mansions of Madness. I'm going to say it's the 2nd edition. Shouldn't have to say that anymore because who buys the 1st edition when the 2nd one's out? It is app-driven. I didn't know what to think about app-driven games before I bought Mansions of Madness, but I like Mansions of Madness a lot. That's why it's my number 3. There's only 2 games above it. But in Mansions of Madness, the app tells you what tiles to put out. Once you open the door, it tells you what's in the room. You'll put little tokens for points of interest or these miniatures, which the miniatures are, I don't know why they just didn't put regular bases on them. I know why, because you slide the little cards in there, the little cardboard chips into the base of the monsters. But they could have done without that and just had cards by the table. But I don't know why they didn't put regular bases on it, because they come off those big bases a lot, and that aggravates me. But the game is fantastic. The app assisted with the music, the theme, and the timing. Guys, there is a time limit to get things done, and it will speed up if you're not. It kind of pushes you to keep going and exploring and doing. I love Mansions of Madness 2nd edition. I have a great time every time I play it. Don't get it to the table as much as I want, but in the next year I'm hoping to do that. Mansions of Madness, my number 3. Number 2 is Charterstone. Charterstone is a legacy style game, and I will say that this is the first legacy game that I have played almost to the end. I got 2 more games to play. Me and my wife just hadn't had time to sit down and finish those 2 games, but I enjoy this game a lot. I enjoyed it so much I went out and bought the recharge pack so that I could have it. It's sitting right up here. I have the base game and the recharge pack, so when I'm done, I can flip that board over and we can play again, or I can invite more people in to play. I enjoyed Charterstone. Charterstone, putting stickers on the board, getting resources, finding out what's in those boxes. Guys, it has been a blast. I love Charterstone. It's cute, got cute people. The artwork is nice. The components, it has metal coins. The game alone, if you buy the game by itself and get the metal coins, it's worth it to me. But the gameplay is awesome. So you get a bonus with a great game, good components. Of course, it's a Stonemaier game, and that's what you expect out of Stonemaier games, is great components. I absolutely love Charterstone. Guys, I know it's a legacy game. I know that you put stickers on the board. I know some people don't like that. But this game works. It truly works. Charterstone, my number 2. My number 1 is also an app-driven game. It's Forgotten Waters. Forgotten Waters by Plaidhead Game. Oh my goodness. The app, the voice acting on the app is fantastic. It says it takes anywhere from 4 hours, 3 to 6 hours to play this game. Doesn't feel like it, right? I'm so enthralled in the story and moving the ship and doing the things on this booklet. It has a book as well that you flip and you do things, and it tells you what section in the book to go to, and there's certain places you can place on there, and it'll tell you when you get to your turn and you do whatever it's saying. The app will tell you and lead you through. The game is silly, fun, just strategic, and I don't know what else to say about it. The game is fantastic. I know that it's an older game, and I know there's other games out there that's come out with app-driven stuff. And there's some that I've played after that are wonderful games as well. And we'll talk about them at some other time. But Forgotten Waters blew me away. Like I said, the app really helped the game go. If it would have had a storybook and you'd have read the stuff, it still would have been good. But the app narration, the details that they went through, some of the stories just make me laugh out loud. And not to mention the kind of ad-lib deal that you have to write for your character as you start the game. You'll get a character sheet, and it'll ask you some questions. It'll tell you what to put in there, like a noun, an adjective, your favorite animal, or your favorite food, something that it's going to ask you, right? And each character has something different that it asks you, so each kind of character that you're going to play. And you get to name your character. Guys, this game is it's just fantastic. I don't know how to say, but if you haven't played Forgotten Waters, man, oh man, are you missing out. I love Forgotten Waters. That's why it's my number 1. And I think that might have surprised some folks. They might have been thinking Betrayal at House on the Hill would be my number 1, but no. I used, to let you guys know how I formed my list of top 100, I used Pub Meeple. And Pub Meeple will let you pick games, you pick out what games you want. Of course, I did my whole collection, which is crazy. There's there's a lot of them. Got a lot of games. So, but I paired up, and what it does is it pits 2 games beside each other, and you have to choose which one you'd rather play. And so I did that. It took me an hour or more to do that through Pub Meeple. But once I was done, I got a list of exactly what my top 100 games were, and that's exactly what I told you. And I tell you what, every one of these on my top 10, I would play right now. If somebody was here and asked me, hey, Calvin, do you want to play such and such off this top 10? I would say, yeah. Or my top 20, heck, even my top 50. After my top 50, I'd still play them, but these would get me so happy to play this top 10 right here. I would just be ready to play at a drop of a hat. Guys, I want to thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you for hitting that like button for me. I really appreciate that. And again, I also appreciate the comments. Guys, I try to answer every comment. I try to tell you thank you for the comment. I try to reply to you if I can, if it's a question or a comment that I need to reply to. If you just say it's a great video, then man, I give you a thumbs up and a heart. I want to answer every one of you if I can. Guys, thank you so much for making this channel better every time somebody else joins and hits the button to subscribe. It just makes this channel better. I'm trying to put out more content. I'm going to continue to strive to do that. Hopefully 2022 will be better for all of us, and we're just a few more days before that happens. And so, guys, thank you for watching, and remember what I tell you. Get a board game to the table. Spend time with friends and family, because we never know how long we'll have with each one of them. Thanks for watching Calvin's Got Game, and we'll see you later.